Hello, I'm Lana Balorda. I'm originally from Bosnia, but when I was quite young I moved to the UK and I spent most of my life there. I trained originally as a biologist, and following that I did a postgraduate certificate in education, and I taught science in various different schools for 10 years. Throughout my career then I realised that I wanted to learn more about the questions that I was having about the education system and my identity, things like that. So then I decided to see if anthropology was for me. So I decided to study it because I've always kind of wondered about cultures. I've grown up in 2 different cultures, and since then I've experienced other cultures by living in different countries. And so I guess I've seen how different cultures take place, or how different forms of thinking or different identities, and so it's made me question a lot how different concepts that we have are constructed, and how do these ideas arise, where do they come from? And through working as a teacher I became aware of how much of an impact just language can have on the way that students perceive the world around them. And so even using slightly different language or showing a different image of a certain event or a phenomenon that you might be teaching about will completely change the way that it's perceived, and also kind of seeing how limited the education system is within that, how very little of the world around us is revealed to young people. So I guess I wanted to find out how you can do something to change that, and what would be the possibility of improving education. What is it like an education system that might actually prepare people for tackling some of the biggest problems that society is facing?
So I'm Arkady Gavrilov and I do study anthropology in the masters, and I do study anthropology in Tübingen since 5-6 years. I've done my study in bachelor here, and I tried to combine my study with other things I'm excited with, and I also do like my masters about music, culture, and this is also what excites me in my everyday life. Yeah. So I do my master research about club culture in Berlin, and for Berlin is like famous for its club culture since the 90s. It became like really great, and it was a atmosphere around Berlin with the clubs, and this is what I try to catch in my field work, and I try like to understand the diverse dimensions of clubbing, like how people socialize, or what is the motivation like to have these liminal experiences, and how people conceive this kind of other world.
My name is Samantha Strohmenger. I studied Social and Cultural Anthropology here in Tübingen, and now I'm working as a social worker in a refugee camp in the neighbor city, Reutlingen, and yes.
You get 2 years of training, and that involves really strong focus on theory to begin with, and then lots of practical experience for research, which I was particularly interested in because with the hope of maybe continuing my academic career later on, I thought it would be really amazing to have some experience in actually going out and carrying out my own research, not just learning the theory about it. even though I am very interested by the theory too. So it seemed like a very good combination of both. So far I think my expectations have been exceeded, not just met but exceeded. I think the quality of teaching is really high. I really love the variety of courses that were offered. I think also we are offered a lot of support and guidance throughout the course, a lot more than I was expecting, especially for masters. I thought we might just kind of be left to everything on our own, so it's great to have so much support and help, as well as really I guess very fascinating courses, really approachable professors, very interesting topics that we cover. So yeah, I think my expectations have been exceeded. My main difficulty possibly is just adapting to student life again, and writing more than I've ever written before and reading more than I've ever written before. But I think I've received a lot of support, kind of emotionally, I guess, from my classmates and also from my mentor, which has been really helpful. And also I think it's the department's very flexible and does think about our needs, and so they're always willing to listen to our feedback and to act on it if we're finding certain topics difficult or the workload too much. So yeah, lots of flexibility and support and care.
So for me, the teachers are pretty involved. They help me with my problems and thoughts. So when I was in Berlin, for example, I had some calls with my supervisor, and she kind of focused my confusion that I had. So after studying 1 year this master program, I would say kind of relevant topics being discussed about the history of anthropology itself, like as a science, how it developed, and also everyday relevant topics like decolonization or post-colonial theories, topics about, for example, gender or urbanism, our societal living and life worlds. So for me it's kind of relevant for everyday life.
Yeah, the main highlight was my field work. When I was doing research in a refugee camp in Greece. So this was my highlight because this was where I could apply all I learned theoretically. And yeah, so the second highlight in this study, like in this program, and the good contact I had with my supervisors, because the M.A program, like we were only a few students, or not that much students, which allowed like a very close contact and good communications with our supervisors, so that I really felt we were supported. We got the support we needed. The combination of theoretical and practical knowledge. This was the preparation, the main preparation for my work now, for my job now. Because, like I said, I did my research in a refugee camp in Greece, which helped me to gather the practical knowledge, but also combined with the theoretical knowledge I gained here at the university at the M.A program. It's really helping me now to use those skills and the knowledge I have in my job and with the people. And I think more important, I think that this enabled me to have an equal look, like an equal working. I think this was helping me to work with the people on an equal footage. Because anthropology is allowing me to get rid of my Eurocentric perspective on the world and to reflect on myself, and this is allowing me now to work on the same level with the people. Yeah.